affecting women in general, globally. There are various reports. I don't have all the statistics in mind right now, but the digital gap crosses across different sectors. It touches, the women who are working in civil society organizations, but in all various organizations. It affects the number of women that are in STEM. It affects the number of women that are in AI. It affects our capacity to be able to develop ethical, relevant AI. It affects our capacity to even be able to develop ethical frameworks around AI. There's a certain number of investment that's ongoing, but there still needs to be more research and more efforts being put into closing the digital gap. The second one that I didn't have the chance to mention is how much data we're collecting, and there's this interesting statistics that I found that in the United States there's 6 data units being taken per individual per minute versus 0 data units being taken in Mozambique, for example. So whether that's good or bad, because when we're collecting data we encounter other kinds of issues, but not having any data at all can encounter other kinds of issues such as data deserts. So if we're basing policy decisions, governmental decisions on certain types of populations, but we have 0 information, 0 data about that population, that's also a very urgent issue that is not very often discussed. Thank you.
In my impression, I think the biggest gap that today we have is about legal decisions, because normally the big industry that are making certain mistakes have a lot of money. In cases of trial, we never reach to the legal decision. It's always like a previous agreement between the company and the parties. Cases, for example, Watson have a huge problem from recommendation system for cancer. Many people have damage over that. We never got a legal decision. In the case of self-driving cars hitting people on the street, we also don't have legal decisions. That, of course, companies have this huge lobby and a lot of infinite wallet to not reach those decisions, and in that way we don't have standardized rules for behavior. And not only in liability, that is directly the case, but the case of data protection, privacy, we have more decisions. But in my impression, because today there is a lot, as Professor Correa said, there is a lot of proposal regulations. No? We have a lot of what to do in this case, what to do in that case, but actually are not enforceable. As far as the goodwill of the companies, no, we want to enforce it because we want to put our own rules, but at the end of the day, they're going to stop to do it when it's economically more viable to stop to follow their own rules. And my impression is that we need more trials. We need more people in judges saying this is the standard, you need to follow this, that, and then it's going to incorporate in the legal system. This is the common law legal system. We want to incorporate standards for especially for liability. I think that's my impression. Thank you.
Mi impresión, yo tengo más interrogantes que respuestas, la verdad. Desde el punto de vista de la ética, para mí una de las cuestiones más importantes, y que creo que lo he señalado, es la cuestión de la autonomía moral. Aquí hay una dimensión crucial que está en juego y que podría llevarnos por un exceso de entusiasmo tecnológico a perder de vista la real dimensión humana de las cuestiones que nos toca enfrentar. Si ustedes se dan cuenta, en el desarrollo que yo he formulado, la ética de la Tierra, nótese, por eso me encanta el situarnos históricamente, formulada en 1948, Y fíjense ustedes que de 1948 al 2019 no ha hecho sino agudizarse. Fíjense que no hemos superado un ápice, el llamado a atención de Leopold acerca de la destrucción ecológica. Ni un ápice. Todos los datos indican que solo hemos ido a peor. ¿A qué viene esto? Esta reflexión viene al hecho de que todos estos desafíos representan y exigen nuestro trabajo ético. Y no puede haber una toma de decisiones ética que pueda sustituir al ser humano. No podemos hablar de una ética posthumana o una ética transhumana como existe en la literatura, que sería la gran pregunta, la gran inquietud. Y en este sentido, entonces, creo que esto debería conducirnos a entender que junto con la inteligencia artificial y todas las demás problemáticas éticas que hoy día nos acosan a nivel local, regional, global, pasan necesariamente por la decisión humana. Y eso pasa por nuestra decisión en razón de nuestra propia autonomía. Esto está en correlación, por supuesto, antinómica con lo que tiene que ver con los códigos éticos. ¿Se han dado cuenta? Los códigos éticos hoy día están abundan para todo, estamos empapelados con códigos éticos. Y los códigos éticos esconden precisamente esta dimensión irrenunciable que supone la autonomía moral en los procesos de toma de decisiones, sea en inteligencia artificial como sea en cualquier otro campo de las actividades humanas. Me parece que desde mi perspectiva, desde la ética y su trayectoria, esta sería la cuestión, o autonomía o automatización.